who are intelligent, who are submissive, who are grateful, who have received the message from the Shastras and they have accepted that message within the heart. You said there's many ways you can argue if you are a non-believer, but these arguments are simply in the mode of darkness, in the modes of egotism. I will give you an example. You take a beautiful lotus flower, or you take a nice grapefruit, or jackfruit, or pineapple, and you see the miracle, how this fruit or that flower is being produced from water and earth. Water and earth are the ones who are, Prabhu, water and earth are, yes, Radhe Radhe. Water and earth, I mean, what is it? Water. Water is a miracle. Water is Krishna's own energy without a doubt. And earth is Mother Earth. So, what can we say about Mother Earth? The most amazing. But still, it is just water and earth. And then we have flowers and pineapples and jackfruits, and they're emanating in such an incredible fashion and so delicious and delightful. And it's just two examples. You can also speak about the grains. You can speak about your father, your mother, the animals. You can speak 5,000, 5 billion example, which should all make you grateful to accept that there is order in this creation. And if there is so much order, then how can you deny a supreme order giver, a supreme lover, a supreme generous provider of life? How can you deny that? It's only because you don't want to be grateful. You don't want to make any effort to find an answer to the miracle of life. You think you find the miracle of life by challenging, by questioning, by trying to consider faith in the divine to be something irrational or like superstitious. They like to use the word superstitious. Oh, you are so superstitious. You believe in the angels. You believe in the divine coordinators. Whereas everything their claim, life, the mystical of life comes from matter. And because of that, we don't worship anybody and we just study matter as scientists, try to extort more facilities from matter. If you see how the quantum mechanics, how the nanotechnicians, how they're extracting energy and secrets and instruments and resources from matter, it's just amazing. Is also as amazing. But one difference, anything the scientists do with the matter is always matter. It's not life. So then they said, oh, now we have artificial intelligence. Now we have produced life. No, nonsense. It's just a machine fed with the information of observation of hundreds and thousands of examples. To call that life, it is simply cheating yourself. It's a machine. If you pull the plug, it does nothing anymore. Whereas the soul is such an incredible divine part and parcel of the Lord's creation. Anyway, I was just talking about pineapples and jackfruit and like that, and flowers like the lotus flower. That is enough reason for me to worship my Lord and to decorate his lotus feet with lotus flowers and offer him a nice chutney made with the fruits he has produced. But there's another thing which has to be taken in consideration fully, and that is the fact of the consciousness. Consciousness, our consciousness, your consciousness, individual consciousness, so sophisticated, and it is so mystical. There's no any idea in all the scientific research which can produce or suggest how consciousness could exist without a supreme consciousness. So we think our worship of Krishna is very reasonable. Our belief is not blind belief. We are supported and sustained by the greatest and most beautiful amounts of rishis, Vedas, sanity, and necessity. Because if there's no order giver, if there's no order about life, like we know, there is something which we call the law of the jungle, where whoever is bigger can eat up the smaller one, and that's all to it. So then there's no rule, no law. If we follow that idea of the law of the jungle, any big one can pounce upon the smaller one and do with them whatever they want, and they never can be morally questioned or judged. So that is what materialism proposes, that everybody is just in here for himself, and if you don't kill first, then you're stupid because you will be killed. So in this way, us, those who believe in the divine order of the cosmos and the divine creator with divine love for everyone, that is for us not only a solution, but it is a great necessity. Because without that, our life doesn't make sense, and without that, there's no practical solution of anything. So therefore, we request all of you very humbly to at least respect faith and devotion, and to create a system of mutual coexistence of the people here. And we greatly disagree with the materialistic form of having animal husbandry, where we take the animals and we reproduce them in systematic ways just to kill them. Chicken, cows, pigs, sheep, crocodiles. Animal husbandry is going on every level you can imagine. They're breeding insects for killing them. That is the biggest, latest industry of the people. They say animal protein from insects. They produce them in Vietnam by the billions, and then they sell it to the food companies all around the world, and they put in their food insect bodies. Did you know that? No? You had no idea? When you buy these anything products from the industry, they may be insects inside. And they are not obliged to put on the package that there is insect protein in there. So it's one of the big mafias in this world. Anyway, Did you know that? You heard about it. Yes. It's not current. European law did not oblige, or maybe they put some names on the packages which nobody understands. So we just believe in order, and we don't believe in systematic animal husbandry for animal exploitation. We know we're also going to meet animals, and there are going to be some questions of defense, that sometimes a snake comes into the house and maybe you're afraid and you kill the snake. Things like that maybe there, but animal husbandry, systematic breeding and killing animals to make money, for us, that is not acceptable because it is cruel. And those who believe in animal husbandry, they also believe in slavery. They also believe in making human beings their slaves who cannot defend themselves, who have no free will. You know, the Europeans, they went to Africa and took millions of Africans as prisoners and slaves. They came to India. They also took Indians as slaves. It was not exactly the same, but almost the same. They took these people with promises of great jobs and great facilities. Many Biharis they took to Trinidad, Tobago, to Guyana, to all their colonies. Slavery of human beings, that is what is in this world accepted as normal. Only the Vaishnavas are totally against it. So therefore, those who believe in Dharma, they have to fight against these things. And in this way, we can establish a spiritual community with that faith in Krishna. And therefore, if anybody has no respect for Vaishnavas in their way of looking upon life, then they're very dangerous people. And these are the ones who are making the wars. Wars are business. People make war because they make a lot of money with the war. Those who are making weapons, those who are selling the weapons, they love war. So we are asking very humbly, everyone, please come to your senses and embrace Sanatan Dharma. That is my request. And if you cannot, then respect Sanatan Dharma. Respect those who have a strong belief in God and who think that the human individual consciousness is the responsibility to become a devotee of the one who created him. Because, like if you have father and mother, you should not go against your father and mother. That is not appropriate. Unless you go to God and your father and mother disagree with going to God, you can say, Father and Mother, I love you very much, but I have to go to God and I want to take you also with me. Something like that. But we should not go against our Creator. This is not very intelligent. This is not very recommended. And in this way, we can become a family, a community, a responsibility. I close my words here, and anybody who has a commentary or anybody has a question, Rishikesh Maharaj will answer.